Welcome back to Digital Trends Live. I'm Greg Nibbler, and again, thanks for joining us wherever you are. We appreciate it, and we are broadcasting live. And right now, it's time for Who's Got Gabe, where we partner with Full Screen to talk to incredible talents and influencers. And joining us right now, we have singer, songwriter Alec Chambers. Alec, hello. Thanks for being here.
What's up, Greg? Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
You bet. Alec, there's a lot of questions that I want to ask you, but one of the things we always ask people is just how they got their start in doing what they do. So for you, what started your path down a career in music?
Yeah, man. I've always wanted to be an artist, especially from like a young age, since I was like 11 or 12 years old. I picked up the guitar from my dad. He was the one who sort of like got me influenced. He used to play in like bands a lot, like when he was younger and stuff. And he sort of like instilled the passion in me to want to do music and want to be an artist. So definitely comes from my dad.
Well, going from there, from going into being a musician to going onto YouTube and TikTok, and you've had some pretty tremendous success over the last few years with that. Can you tell us what some of the keys have been to that success?
I think one of the biggest things is like just being authentic and like being yourself, because I think a lot of kids and a lot of people long for like the authenticity and like the realness and the rawness of an artist or even just like an influencer. I think in like a world right now where like a lot of things are like super like fabricated, I guess, online, like I think a lot of people search for like the rawness and like the emotional aspect of like being a musician and being an artist. So I think like just being authentic and being yourself.
Talking about your inspiration, I do want to ask because I've noticed that in a lot of your posts and your videos, you have pictures of yourself with shirts like Nirvana and Alice in Chains. Is there something about that
Yeah.
grunge era that you like in particular?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's where like a lot of my roots are. Like, I think like I grew up listening to like a lot of punk bands and like a lot of rock bands, like the Sum 41s and like the Blink 182. So I think like a lot of the rockiness and like the rawness of my voice, I think spawns from like a lot of that, a lot of like the pop punk era and like a lot of that stuff, because that's what like I grew up listening to. So yeah.
Um, Going from that, talking about kind of the modern era of music, where do you find inspiration from when it comes to other artists? Is there anybody in particular that you're listening to a lot right now?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of my inspiration, a lot of it spawns from like the real life experiences that like I've gone through and like a lot of the relationships that have worked out and some that have not worked out. And then just sort of like the ups and downs of like being an artist. But yeah, I mean, someone who I love is I love Lauv, I love Black Bear, I love Jeremy Zucker. I love like the 1975. I mean, like there's so many people who I look up to and that I love, and yeah, I love those guys.
I saw that you post that Cardi B retweeted your version of WAP. What was that like seeing her retweet one of your versions of that?
Yeah, man. I mean that was nuts. So like I sort of did that not as like a joke, but I think I like to take songs that are like from TikTok and make them into my own, because I feel like I can put sort of like a lyrical spin on them. So when I watched like so when I had watched like a lot of other people do it and I saw her repost it, I was like, wow, like I like don't believe this. But like it just goes to show how many people you can really reach with your cell phone. I mean, like it's really amazing. Yes, I mean that was like very surreal for sure.
Going for you, and just you found this success so far on here and obviously growing all the time. But for other musicians that are out there that are maybe starting out, what would you recommend to them or what kind of advice would you have for them?
I think that my biggest thing is I think that I feel like you have to be patient. I think that's a big that's like a very big factor, and you have to stay true to yourself, um, and make the music that you want to make, not what you think other people will like. You have to make the music that you want to make, and just to be able to trust the process and believe in yourself. I feel like you really have to like believe in yourself, because I feel like if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is gonna believe in it. So that's I feel like that's very important. Yeah.
Would you, if you had to choose between the two, would you rather perform in a studio with the entire setup or live on a stage?
I mean, I love playing live. I mean, that's why like I got into this in the first place, right? I mean, is to be able to perform my music live for the fans, and yeah, I mean, to be on a stage and to be having that like emotional kind of connection with the fans, and like being live on stage. Yeah, I definitely think that's the right idea.
If you could collaborate with any musician of your choosing on stage, who would it be?
If I can do a collab with anyone right now, it would probably be Chelsea Cutler. I love her music. That'd be cool.
Nice. Well, you also have your single, which is out, and I want to let everybody know about
Yes.
that. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about it. It's called Something to Cry About. Tell us about the inspiration behind that.
Yeah. Something to Cry About was written at a time where I was in a relationship, but I felt like I wasn't receiving the kind of love that I felt like I deserved, I guess you could say. So it was just kind of like, I want to feel something. Like I want to feel something, whether it's good or bad. Like I want you like to give me something to cry about, like, I guess. So yeah, I mean, that song is about, it's just about having to feel some kind of emotion from the partner that you're with when they aren't sort of like giving you the same thing back. And it's about to hit 1 million streams, which is going to be like my first original song to ever hit 1 million streams. So like I'm super pumped about that.
That's awesome. That's a platinum stream. I mean, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Alex, thanks, man. Thank you. Crazy. Yeah.
So what's next on the horizon?
Next on the horizon is releasing more of my own stuff, having out an EP either at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, and just to be able to keep releasing music that I love. And yeah, just got to keep it going.
Nice. Well, Alec, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us. Congratulations on that. 1 million streams. That's
Thanks.
amazing, and clearly just the
Thanks.
start. So who knows where that's going to end up. But appreciate you being here with us and sharing some advice and just talking about your career. Thanks for being here on Digital Trends Live.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.